Hi, welcome to the Retirement Railroad Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. I'm Steve, and today is part 19 of Building Chicago. And yes, it's part 2 of Scratch Bash Fever. All right, so what are we going to do? Let's take a look at the area behind the post office. And if we look at this area, and if I can, okay, let's just do it this way. We look at this area right here. All right. We need to fill that in with a building. And what we're going to do is down at this end is a 5-story building, and that's basically what we're going to build here. And we're going to use some masonite panels covered with the cardstock, and we'll cut out the masonite for the windows, and so we can add some lighting in there, and we'll see how that goes. All right, so hang tight and we'll go to the bench. Okay, so I've started laying this out. I mentioned before that I had already cut the 4 sides and added bracings. What I've done here now is this is the front of the building. It faces Congress, which is not towards the front of the layout. Okay? Congress is what goes through the post office, and this building will be behind the post office, so it'll be 90 degrees turned as it relates to the front of the post office, if that makes any sense. All right? And this will be at street level of Congress. Okay? And I've taken one of the pre-printed sheets that I scanned. It's on cardstock, and cut it down to fit. I've taken the MDF and I've laid out where the windows go. And I'm going to try first. I'm going to try drilling each window in the door, then taking my scroll saw and cutting out those windows. Then I am going to place this over the top temporarily and take a light and shine it from behind and see what it looks like. If the light isn't bright enough, then I will cut out the windows and from the MDF, from the card, and add in window frames and glazing. And like I've done on almost all my glazing, I've coated it with a matte finish so light can permeate through, but you can't see into the building. Okay, because I don't do interior. So that's the plan, and this is the test section before we move on to the other 3 walls. So with that, let me go out to the scroll saw and get this cut out, drilled and cut out, and I'll come back and take a look then. Alright, so I have gone in and cut out all the windows and the door to match the cardstock. So I just place it something like that. It's daytime, but I do have the lights off. I turn on a flashlight. There we go. I think that's going to work. I'll add some black electrical tape for the shades to darken those. So that should do it. Alexa, lights on.
Okay.
So, I guess that's, as they would say, proof of concept. Now I have to work out the other 3 walls. So, hang tight. You see now one's done. I don't think you need to see how the rest are done. We'll come right back. All right, so all the walls are made. The floor is pre-wired. The plug. The female end is over on the layout already wired up. I've got 6 lights in here. Just to make sure it's light enough. Okay. All 4 walls. This is the roof. This is actually the floor that is above the tracks. Okay. And I'll show you that as we go. Then I have some angle. So you can see that. And that will be used for the corners. But let me go out and paint this up gray so it'll match up with this. So hang tight and we'll be back to start the build. Alright, you may have noticed that I had the cardstock for the front and the rear panels slightly wider than the MDF panels themselves. And that was so that they can help to cover the corners of the front and back, or sides, depending on how you want to look at it. All right, leaving just a seam between on the corners from the cardstocks, and thus you can see in this picture how the angle has been used on the corners to hide those seams. All right, and now you can also see how the front of the building actually faces Congress and not the side of the building. So anyway, let's take another look. All right, here's what is the back section. Now you can see how it's cut out to allow for the trolley tracks to go underneath. And you can also see now that I've added some concrete block cardstock. All right, and particularly for the corners, because those will be visible, and you wouldn't want it to be windows, so to speak. All right. Button up in a little alleyway against the post office as an example. So moving forward again. Now you can see that the styrene panel that I used to create this cardstock from on the scanner is positioned there, and that will be used to create the next scratch bash fever panel building, also to help hide those trolley tracks. But we'll start on that here in the next episode. So a little bit different angles, so you can get a little more perspective of how this fits into the scene. And again, backside at a lower angle. And I put that tree in there to help mask or hide that trolley line, how it comes out and goes into under the buildings. I think it does a pretty good job there. And at night, now you can see how the lighting effects come through the cardstock. And even more evident from this angle. All right. Hang tight. All right, so right up there, you can see the building. Oh, that way. Right there, tip of my finger. All right. All right, so that's episode 2 of Scratch Bash Fever, and we'll come back and show a similar process using styrene and adding on to that building and pulling it forward even further. So with that, I want to thank you for joining me here at the Pirate Railroad Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. I'm Steve, and y'all have a great day. Bye now.